Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through this GCSE Algebraic ratios problem. Remember to like, share and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment with any suggestions of questions or topics you'd like to see videos on. Without further ado, let's get into the question. The sum of the ages of two people is 90 years. 6 years ago, their ages were in the ratio 8:5. How old are they now? We must introduce some algebra to begin this problem. Let the older person equal x and the younger person equal y. 6 years ago, the ratio between these two ages is 8:5. This means that they're different ages and they're not the same, so we can use different variables to represent each of them. We're also told that the sum of the ages of these two people is 90 years, so we can write x plus y equals 90. I'd like to call this equation 1. This will be useful later on. Next, we're told that 6 years ago, their ages were in the ratio 8:5. 6 years ago, each of these people would be 6 years younger than they were now, so we can take 6 away from the expressions we had for their age. We are told that these ages are in the ratio 8:5, so we can write that down. The ratio between the older person 6 years ago and the younger person 6 years ago is equal to 8:5. It's important to remember that ratios, also known as proportions, can be written as fractions, and this makes this equation much easier to work with. We can now multiply both sides of this equation by 5y minus 6 to eliminate all denominators. Next, we can expand these brackets and simplify any algebra to get an expression. We can call this equation we have equation 2. Using the equation we have at the start and this new equation, we can form two simultaneous equations and solve for x and y. There are multiple different methods of solving simultaneous equations, including elimination and substitution. Here I'm going to show how we can solve these equations by substitution. From equation 1, we can see that x equals 90 minus y. We can see this by subtracting y from both sides of the equation, and this gives us this value for x. We'll call this 1a. We can sub 1a into equation 2, and this gives us 5 times 90 minus y minus 8y equals minus 18. Now we can expand and solve for y. Moving the 450 over to the right-hand side, we get negative 468. Now we can divide both sides of this equation by negative 13 to give y equals 36. We can now sub y equals 36 into either one of our two equations, but obviously equation 1 is much easier. This will give us a value for x. To check our answer, we can sub both of these into equation 2. And we can see that this gives us a valid solution. Now that we've solved for both x and y, we can finish off the question. We call x the age of the older person and y the age of the younger person. Therefore, answering the original question, how old are they now? If we would like to further check this answer, we can subtract 6 from both of these and make sure that it is in the ratio 8:5, which you'll find that it is. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment with any feedback or suggestions. Thank you for watching.